a non-homogeneous recurrence relations, right? How to solve a non-homogeneous recurrence relations that we explained in the previous class, right? So how does a non-homogeneous recurrence relation looks like? So it is something like non-homogeneous or inhomogeneous recurrence relation is equivalent to in the form of homogeneous recurrence relation plus f of n plus a function f of n. Okay? Now, whenever you want to solve this non-homogeneous recurrence relation, what you will do? First, we will divide the given recurrence relations into the two parts. One with homogeneous recurrence relation, one with the function. Now you try to find the you try to solve the homogeneous recurrence relation first, and similarly get the solution for the given f of it, and combine these two solutions, which will give you the solution of the non-homogeneous recurrence relation, right? Suppose if your f of n is a compound function, suppose if the given function is a compound function, means combination of two or more functions, something like if f of n is combination of two or more functions like f1 of 1, f2 of 1, f3 of 1, then what you will do is you will find the solution for these functions individually. Find the solution for f of n, find the solution for f2 of n, f3 of n, and combine the solution of all these three solutions. Combine the solution of all these three functions, which will give you the solution of the compound function, and the solution of all these three functions should be added with the solution of the given homogeneous recurrence relation, which will give you the solution of non-homogeneous recurrence relation, right? So these are what we have discussed in the previous class. Am I audible? Am I clear? In today's class, we'll see the last method to solve the recurrence relation. What is the last method to solve the recurrence relation? In the beginning, I told you any recurrence relation can be solved in three methods. First method is we can solve it by using iterative approach. It is also known as a substitution method, iterative approach. Second method is method of characteristic rules, method of characteristic rules. And the third method is generating function, generating function. In today's class, we'll see this generating function, how to solve the recurrence relation using this generating function. Right? Before that, first I'll tell you how does a generating function looks like. What is the format of a generating function that we will see now, right? Am I audible? Okay. So start with this generating function now. Generating function method. Now, a generating function looks like in the form of g of x equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus so on up to an into x power n plus so on up to infinity. Right? It is an infinite series, something like an infinite series, right? So generating function will be in the form of g of x equal to so and so, right? We can write this as g of x equal to summation of, you can apply the summation. What is the lower value, ma? Lower value is 0. What is the upper value? Upper value is infinity. So summation of n equal to 0 to infinity, you can write it as an into x power n. So you know that an is the solution of the recurrence relation, right? An is the solution of the recurrence relation. When you observe this term, what is this an, ma? What is this an? This an is the coefficient of nth power term, coefficient of nth power term. So this term is with the power n. So this term, the coefficient of this nth power term an is the solution of the recurrence relation. Right? Now using this generating function, what we need to do is, if a recurrence relation is given, whatever the relation can be given, you have to modify that, you have to rewrite that recurrence relation to get this format, to get a format of an summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x power n, where an you can write the solution as an. Is it clear, ma? An equal to, this you need to remember, an equal to summation of an, sorry, g of x equal to summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x to the power n into x to the power n. Right? Now, what can anyone tell me, what is the formula for this g of x? Can you tell me what is the formula for this g of x? When you observe these terms, the g of x, when you observe these terms, these are in geometric progression. These are in geometric progression. That is, the ratio is common. Common ratio is there. If it is arithmetic progression, if the terms are in arithmetic progression, common difference will be there, right? If it is in geometric progression, here the difference is common, right? So therefore, you can write this as, and this is g of x equal to 1 by 1 minus ax. You have to remember this formula. G of x equal to summation of n equal to 0 to n, summation of an into x power n. And it is, the closed form of this is equivalent to 1 by 1 minus ax. 1 by 1 minus ax. So based on this formula, we are going to solve all our problem. Right? So let it be equation number 1. I can rewrite this equation as g of x minus a0 is equal to, you just move this first term to the LHS side, then what you will get, a1 into x plus a2 into x square plus so on up to infinity, right? Now this can be written as g of x minus a0 is equivalent to, now here the range starts from what? Here in the first equation, the range is, I can rewrite this as a0 into x power 0, right? So the range starts from 0 to infinity, and we have written it as in the common form of an into x power n. But here the range is from 1 to infinity. So I can rewrite this as, you can change this range. So you can write it from n equal to 1 to infinity an into x power n. So g of x equal to summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an x power n, an x power n, and g of x minus a0. So this is x power n. G of x minus a0 is equivalent to summation of n equal to 1 to infinity an into x to the power of n. Is it clear, ma? You have to remember these three forms. G1 is g of, what is the format of this g of x? a0 plus a1x plus so a2x square plus so on, right? You can rewrite this as g of x minus a0 equal to this form. And the given function, this can be written as g of x equal to summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x power n. And in the closed form, it can be rewritten as 1 by 1 minus ax. Is it clear for you all? Is it clear, ma? Have you understood? Then we'll move on to the example. I'll see one example. I'll tell you examples. Now take down all of you. Consider an example. An equal to 3an minus 1. Solve the recurrence relation. An is equal to 3an minus 1 for n equal to 1, 2, 3. And the initial condition is given as a0 equal to 2. And solve this recurrence relation using generating function method. Using generating function method. So first step is Always the first step. First take down the problem, all of you. First step is you write the generating function or define the generating function. Define generating function g of x. What is g of x, ma? In general, g of x is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus so on up to infinity, right? So in this can be written as g of x equal to n equal to n to infinity a n into x to the power. Let it be equation number 1. Right? Now the second step is consider the recurrence relation, and you need to do some modifications to that recurrence relation to get this recurrence relation in the form of this. Is it clear? You have to apply some modifications on this recurrence relation so as to get this recurrence relation in this form, that is a0 plus a1x plus so on, right? Or summation of n equals 0 to infinity a n into x power n. You need to get this form. So once you get this form, you can, whatever is there in an place, whatever is there in an's place, that will be your solution, right? So first define the generating function, then rewrite the what we call recurrence relation. Rewrite the recurrence relation, right? Now your step 2 is consider the given recurrence relation an minus, I can write it as an minus 3 an minus 1 equal to 0, right? So what is the format of this g of x? Summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x power n. Here we have an, right? So but here in the general form of the generating function, we must have an into x power n. An into x power n. Therefore, the given recurrence relation is to be multiplied with x power n on both the sides. So multiply the recurrence relation with x power n on both the sides. On both the sides. Right? Now it becomes what? The relation becomes an into x to the power n minus 3 an minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0 into x power n, anyway it is 0, right? Now we have in the form of an into x power n. But the g of x is in the form of what? Summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x power n, right? Therefore, you in the third step, take the summation on both the sides. Take the summation on both the sides. Right? Now, when you apply the summation, can you tell me what is the limit? Right? So here I am applying the summation. I am not writing the runners mark. You have to tell me what is the limit. 3an minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0. Now you need to write the runners. So anyway, upper limit will be infinity only. Tell me what is the lower limit. Can anyone tell me what is the lower limit? What is the lower limit? Is it 0? In the general function, in the generating function, the general form of generating function, the lower limit is 0. Yes. 70. You said it is 0. Why it is 0? Surya Teja. So what 7F said is correct. It is from 1. Why? Because in the given problem, I mentioned n equal to 1, 2 and so on. I have mentioned the value of n or the range of n from 1. Therefore, your lower limit is from 1 to infinity. It is not 0. It is not 0. Is it clear, ma? Now you need to rewrite this equation such that you should get the form of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x power n. You need to change these limits of this summation in such a way to get this form. Clear? First you take down these two steps. After that I'll tell you how to change this equation. Make it fast. Always the first step is you need to define the generating function. The definition of the generating function is to be written, and what is the closed form of the generating function? That is 1 by 1 minus ax, right? In the second step, multiply the given recurrence relation with x power n, and in the third step, you need to apply the summation on the both sides of the recurrence relation. Apply the summation. Yes, finish. Now, when you apply the summation, we got n equal to 1 to infinity a n x power n minus n equal to 1 to infinity 3 a n minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0. Is equal to 0, right? Now, so you just recall the definition of the g of x I have given. I have written g of x as summation of n equal to 0 to infinity a n into x power n. It can be written as g of x minus a0 is equal to summation of n equal to 1 to infinity a n x power n. And one more form is g of x equal to 1 by 1 minus ax if it is from 0 to infinity. Yeah. So remember all this. Now when you observe the first term here, it is in the form of like this. It is in the form of this. So I can replace this first term with what? G of x minus 0. The first term can be written as g of x minus a0. Now in the third term, you can take 3 as out of this summation, and it becomes n equal to 1 to infinity a n minus 1 into x power n equal to 0. But according to the definition of the g of x, whatever is there in the power, the same suffix should be there. But here the power and suffix are different. If power and suffix both are same, then only you can apply this generating function formula, right? So what you need to do is you need to change this power. You need to make this n into n minus 1. So to do this, I can rewrite it as g of x minus a0 is equal minus 3 into summation of n equal to 1 to infinity a n power a n minus 1 x power n. I will divide and multiply with yes. When you divide and multiply with the same number, there will be no change in the equation, right? Now I can rewrite this as g of x minus a0 minus 3 summation 3. I'll move this x out of this summation 3x into summation of n equal to 1 to infinity a n minus 1. Whatever is there in the numerator that I have written here, and x power n, what is left? X power n by x. I can write this as x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Now when you observe here, the suffix and the power both are same. When the suffix and power both are same, you can apply the formula. You can consider it as a generating function. And you are given with the initial condition a0. A0 value is given as 2. So I can write it as g of x minus 2 minus 3x into, I can return it as 3x into m equal to 0 to infinity am into x power m equal to 0. I'll just consider m equal to n minus 1. If you consider this n minus 1 as m, it is m equal to 0. M equal to 0. So when you put n equal to 1 here, the lower value of m will becomes what? 1 minus 1 will be 0. When you put infinity, anyway the upper value will be infinity only, right? Now when you observe this, it is in the form of summation of n equal to 0 to infinity a n into x. Therefore, whatever may be the runner, here it can be m or n, p or whatever may be it is, but it is in the form of generating function. Therefore, you can rewrite this as g of x minus 2 equal to e of x minus 2 minus 3x into g of x equal to 0. Take g of x as common. Take g of x as common, then it is 1 minus 3x equal to 2. And g of x equal to 2 by 1 minus 3x. What is the formula for g of x? If it is in the form of n equal to 0 to infinity a n into x power n, you can write the closed form as 1 by 1 minus ax, right? So I can rewrite this as 2 into 1 by 1 minus 3x. Now it is in the form of 1 by 1 minus ax, where a equal to 3. Therefore, you can write this g of x as 2 into summation of n equal to 0 to infinity. A, A is 3 here. A is 3 power n into x power n. And this can be written as g of x equal to 2 into, summation of n equal to 0 to infinity 2 into 3 power n x power n. Now this is your an. It is your an. So what is the solution? The coefficient of nth power term is your solution. Therefore, the solution to the given recurrence relation an is equal to 2 into 3 power n. Is it clear? Take down this. house. You didn't understand 80? Okay, okay. Copy this first. I'll explain one more time. Shall I erase? Yeah, okay, okay. So consider the recurrence relation before we see this example. I'll tell you what is a generating function. The general form of this generating function is a0 plus a1. Those who did not understand, listen carefully. A0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus so on up to infinity. Right? I can write this as summation of the lower value is 0 and upper value is infinity. Summation of n equal to 0 to infinity. You can write this a0 as a0 into x power 0. So it is in the form of an into x power n. Whatever is there in the suffix, the same we have in the power. So you can write it as an into x power n. and the closed form of this g of x is equivalent to 1 by 1 minus ax. 1 by 1 minus ax. So let it be equation number 1, 2, 3. I can rewrite the first equation as, when you move the first term to the LHS side, it becomes g of x minus a0 equivalent to a1x plus a2x square plus so on up to infinity. Here the lower value is 1, upper value is infinity. Therefore, it can be written as g of x minus a0 equivalent to, I can rewrite it as summation of n equal to 1 to infinity a1 into x power, an into x power 1, x power n. Right? Let it be equation number 4. All these 4 you need to remember to solve your recurrence relation. First step is, what is the general form of recurrence relation? How can we rewrite the generating function, and what is the closed form? Right? So all these 4 you have to remember. Now we'll move on to our actual problem. I can write this recurrence relation as an minus 3an minus 1 is equal to 0, and it is given that n is greater than or equivalent to 1, and initial condition is given as a0 equal to 2. Right? First step is define the generating function. Always the first step is define the generating function. What is this? G of x equal to summation of n equal to 0 to infinity an into x power n is equal to 1 by 1 minus as. Okay. Now the second step is consider your recurrence relation an minus 3 an minus 1 equal to 0. You need to rewrite this recurrence relation to get this form, to get the form of n equal this summation an into x power n. So when you observe this recurrence relation, here we have only an term. But in the generating function, in the definition of generating function, you have an with the multiplied by x power n. An is multiplied by x power n. So what we can do is, you can multiply this recurrence relation with x power n on both the sides. Multiply the recurrence relation with x power n on both the sides. Now it becomes an into x power n minus 3an minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0 into x power n. Anyway, it is 0. Okay? Now we have an into x power n. But what is the format? You must have the summation. Now the third step is take the summation on both the sides. In the third step, take the summation. So now it becomes an summation of an into x power n minus summation of 3an minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0. Now what are the limits? In given problem, the limits for n are given as from 1 to infinity. So always the upper value will be, upper limit is infinity, but the lower limit is 1. It is not 0, because in the problem it is given that starts from 1. Now you can write it as, when you observe the fourth formula. What is the fourth formula? Sorry, I erased it. So we know that summation of n equal to 0. That is when you move the first term from here to this side. Now it becomes summation of n equal to 1 to infinity an into x power n. An into x power n. Right? a0 minus, you can take this 3 out of this summation and it becomes n equal to 1 to infinity. Right? So in the generating function, the suffix and the power should be same. According to the definition of this generating function, but here the suffix is n minus 1, but the power is n. So you need to make this power as n minus 1. To do that, what I can do is I can multiply and divide with x. If you multiply and divide with x, there is no a0, I can write a2 and 3 into, you can take this x outside of this, 3x into summation of n equal to 1 to infinity a n minus 1 into, it is x power n by x. X power n by x will become x power n minus 1. Now the suffix and the power are same. Now assume m equal to n minus 1. Therefore, it becomes g of x minus 2 minus 3x into summation of, if m equal to n minus 1, then what is the lowest value? M equal to 0. The lowest value will become m equal to 0 to infinity. Am into x to the power m is equal to 0. Now it is in the form of g of x. Whatever may be the runner, it can be n or a, b, c, whatever may be the runner, but it is in the form of g of x. Summation of n equal to 0 to infinity a n into x power n. Therefore, it can be written as g of x minus 2 minus 3x into g of x is equal to 0. Clear? You just simplify this. We got g of x minus 2 minus 3x into g of x equal to 0. Take g of x as common, then you will get g of x is into 1 minus 3x is equal to 2. And g of x equal to 2 by 1 minus 3x. What is the closed form of g of x? It is 1 by 1 minus ax. Closed form of g of x is 1 by 1 minus ax. So this g of x can be written as 2 into 1 by, it is in the form of 1 by 1 minus ax where a equal to 3. Where a equal to 3. 1 by 1 minus 3x. Right? So you can write this as summation of n equal to 0 to infinity a n into x power n. In this case, your a value is 3. Therefore, you can write this g of x as 2 into summation of n equal to 0 to infinity. A is 3 power n into x power n. It can be written as summation of n equal to 0 to infinity 2 into 3 power n into x power n. Now it is in the form of a n into x power n. What is the general solution? The solution a n is equivalent to what? The coefficient of the nth power term. So here what is the coefficient? 2 into 3 power n. So the solution for the given recurrence relation using the generating function you got is 2 into 3 power n. Is it clear? Is there anyone who did not understand? Three power. So here we got g of x as 2 into 1 by 1 minus 3x. 1 by 1 minus 3x means what? 1 by 1. It is equivalent to 1 by 1 minus ax. It is in the form of 1 by 1 minus ax. What is the closed form of gx? The closed form of gx is what? Am I clear? Dharantesh. The closed form of gx, in the beginning I told you, g of x equal to summation of n equal to 0 to infinity a n into x power n. It is equivalent to 1 by 1 minus ax. Now you have 1 by 1 minus ax. You can rewrite this as a power n into, sorry, a n into x power n. A n into x power n. Shall I move on to the next example? Take the next example. An equal to 8 an minus 1 plus 10 power n minus 1 for n greater than or equivalent to 1, and the initial conditions given as a0 is equal to 1, a1 is equal to 9. Now you try to solve this, ma. I'll give you 10 minutes of time and you try to solve this. Same thing. First step is, first always define the generating function, and the second step is multiply the recurrence relation with x power n, and in the third step take the summation, and after that you try to rewrite the recurrence relation to get the form of generating function, to get g of x in the form of g of x equivalent to n equal to 0 to infinity a n x power n. Try to solve this. you done? Finish this. Hmm? Okay, I'll explain it. First step is, first you define the generating function. I am directly writing the second step. Divide this with x power n. A n x power n minus 8 a n minus 1 x power n plus 10 power n minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0. This is the second step. And the third step is divide this, take the summation. And what is the n value? N value starts from 1. So the lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is infinity. Minus summation of n equal to 1 to infinity 8a n minus 1 into x power n plus summation of n equal to 1 to infinity 10 power n minus 1 into x power n is equal to 0. So this can be written as g of x minus a0. The first term can be written as g of x minus a0 minus 8. So you need to get this power. You need to change this power n into n minus 1. Why? Because suffix and power should be the same. So you can multiply and divide with x. Therefore you will get 8x into summation of n equal to 1 to infinity 8, sorry, a n minus 1 into x power n minus 1 plus same thing here, you can multiply and divide with x, therefore you will get x into, so this is minus, sorry, minus minus x into summation of n equal to 1 to infinity 10 power n minus 1 into x power n minus 1 is equal to 0. A0 value is given as 1. So g of x minus 1 minus 8x into, you can write it as g of x, because from 1 to infinity we have here suffix and power same values n minus 1 and n minus 1. So you can write this whole term as g of x minus x into, this can also be written as g of x equal to 0. Now take g of x as common, then you will get 1 minus 8x minus x minus 1 equal to 0, and g of x into 1 minus 9x is equal to 1, and g of x equal to 1 by 1 minus 9. Take down this first. And this can be written as g of x equal to your a value equal to 9. So summation of 9n into x power n. So an value is equal to 9 power n. Summation of n equal to 1 to infinity 9 power n into x power n. And the solution for the recurrence relation is 9 power n. So in this way, using the generating function, you can get the solution for the recurrence relation by using these 4 steps. Is it clear? I'll give you one problem for you to practice. Consider an equal to an minus 1 plus n with initial condition as a0 equal to 1. You practice this at home. And I'll close this today's session. If you don't understand, if any one of you did not understand this, I'll explain it one more time in the next class. And along with this, I'll explain inclusion and exclusion topic. So with that, your 4th unit will be finished. On Friday, I'll try to complete this 4th unit.